Alright guys, what is going on? In today's video, I've given myself a little challenge. Now, I already played this game, but the challenge was win a game with the worst possible opening. And that opening is the Grob. The Grob opening is defined as 1G4. G4 is the worst possible opening for white. So I'm like, and you can see already the evaluation bar is tanked just from this one move. So we're gonna run through this game and I'm gonna show you whether I can win or not. P.S. I did win. But my opponent responds normally with D4, but notice it didn't change the evaluation bar because he probably should have gone E4 instead. So I go knight to F3, just setting up this fianchetto and then castling. And then he goes knight, just normal development. And you see, that's actually kind of good for me. What he should have done, it wanted him to go bishop takes pawn. The engine wanted him to take this pawn because it was just free, which is why this move is actually slightly better for me. But I take my bishop and I fianchetto it. And again, look at that evaluation bar is just tanking. And then he still doesn't take the free bishop. It's still free. The engine wanted him to do that. Now, the engine wants me to go G5, which is that. And I go castle. And that wasn't even on the list of moves that the engine wanted. But I castle because it's the smartest thing. Get your king to safety. And again, I'm just terrible. I'm minus 1.7 here. And then he takes the bishop finally, or the bishop takes the pawn finally. 4 moves, it's been free. And then I just bring out my knight. And look at that. It went from 1.6 to just 2.3. Negative 2.3, all from just developing a piece because this is still hanging. And the engine wants my opponent to go D4. It wants him to go there. But what does he do? He brings his bishop back. And this might be part of the reason that I won, because my opponent was stupid. I mean, you brought your bishop out there to take my pawn. You took the pawn. I bring out a piece, and then you just move it all the way back. That makes no sense. So I bring my queen out to the file, and I bring it across from the king. It's not doing anything now, but the idea is it is facing the king, and I like to have my queen on the same file as the king. Now again, the engine wants my opponent to go D4. My opponent goes D4, and that's good. And now it wants me to go knight to B1, which is right here. It wants me to bring my knight home, and that's not going to happen. What I do is I go knight to B5, and which that was the second move of the engine. That was the second best move of the engine, and I'm still minus 2 here. My opponent brings down his pawn. Now, what the engine wanted him to do was go E5, develop a center, but he brings out his pawn, kicking my knight, and I take. And look at the eval bar go to -4. I go here, and it's at 1.7, and it just tanks -4 because takes, but no one's going to do that. No one's taking that piece. So what does he do? He takes it with there, I take it there, and then he's going to take it with the queen. And you can see he's up 3 points of material. He's up 3.5 points here. What do? I challenge the queen. Just, playing normal bot opening. Because, of course, if I'm going to play the worst opening in chess, I'm going to play the worst game in chess. And then he brings his queen all the way back home. So we're seeing a trend. He brings his bishop out, takes a piece, sends it back home. Brings his queen out, takes a piece, sends it back home. None of this is making sense. So I take control of the center, which is the first time in this entire game where I actually take control of the center, and my opponent is still -3. So he moves his knight, and then I challenge the knight, which, I mean, he could take here, but then I would probably take with the queen. But what's he do? He brings it here. He brought his knight from there, brought his knight from here, just to take it back. So let's count the times that my opponent took a piece out and moved it back. Took it out. Took it out, moved it back. Took it out, moved it back. Took it out, and moved it back. We're seeing a trend here. So I take full control of the center. I have the big, strong center. But the only problem is I forgot that this pawn is free. My opponent did not forget that that pawn is free, and he takes it. So I offer the queen trade, and of course he accepts the queen trade. When you're up, when you are minus 4.9, that queen trade just makes sense, and he's up 4 points of material. And at this point, everyone's got to be thinking, there's no chance that I win this game. So he goes to e6, and I push e5, challenging this knight, making him make a choice. And he makes a choice. He brings it down here to safety. And so I line up my rook on the d file, because that just cuts off his escape if I decide to go here. And what's he do? He takes my pawn. He takes the pawn. So what do? I go there, which is what I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to go bishop to g5 to set up this, because that is checkmate. That's just checkmate. The rook comes up here, and that's checkmate. What's he do? He takes my other pawn. So he goes from being able to, instead of just coming here, pawn down, kick the bishop, he takes the other pawn. And you can see that's just mate in one. So what do? Of course I go up there and win the game. And that is me winning a game with the worst possible opening on chess.com. If you like this video, remember to crush that like button. Subscribe so you never miss a daily video. And I will see you in the next one.